are watching the Friday edition of Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. Let's take a look at the leading top stories. First up, the Northwest Province is set to celebrate Traditional Medicine Day, and MEC Lehari conducts oversight visits across various health facilities. In the business news, Eskom and Transnet to be moved to key departments, and in the sports news, the Cheetahs make changes for the Battle of the Cats. First to the story now, the Northwest Department of Arts, Culture, Sports and Recreation, together with the Northwest Dingaga Association and the JB Marks local municipality, will host the 2024 International African Traditional Medicine Day at Piri Secondary School in Boikuta location in Ventersdorp tomorrow. African Traditional Medicine Day, established by the World Health Organization African region to honor the integral role of traditional medicine in the health and welfare of generations of people on the continent. The event serves as a platform for all countries to discuss best practices, groundbreaking evidence and innovative solutions that showcase the immense potential of traditional medicine in nurturing holistic health and well-being for all. In other news, an early start for MEC Sello Lehari as he kickstarts Phase 4 of Tunsalurele Accelerated Service Delivery Program in the 7th administration. The MEC will be visiting healthcare facilities in the Ditsobotla local municipality and unblock challenges that are hindering smooth delivery of healthcare services. On Tuesday, the MEC conducted an unannounced oversight visit to several health facilities across the Moretele local municipality, accompanied by the provincial district and members of the clinic committees. The MEC engaged both the clinic management and members of the clinic committee, focusing on issues that need intervention to improve the provision of primary health care services. Issues raised include the challenge of staff shortages, water and ambulation facilities. In more news, the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation will today commemorate the life of whistleblower Babita Deokaran, marking the 3rd anniversary of her assassination. Deokaran, who served as the acting chief financial officer at the Gauteng Department of Health, was shot outside her housing complex in south of Johannesburg in August of 2021 after exposing fraud and corruption within the department. On the eve that marked 2 years since her death, the 6 men involved in Deokaran's murder were found guilty and were sentenced to between 6 and 22 years imprisonment. Moving on to international news now. Last week, Fitch Ratings downgraded Israel's credit score from A+ to just A. Fitch cited the continued war in Gaza and heightened geopolitical risk as key drivers. The agency also kept Israel's outlook as negative, meaning a further downgrade is possible. After Hamas' deadly attack on October 7th, Israel's stock market and currency nosedived. Both have since bounced back, but concerns about the country's economy persist. Earlier this year, Moody's and S&P also cut their credit ratings for Israel. The Bank of Israel has estimated that the war-related costs from 2023 could amount to $55.6 billion. Now, these funds will likely be secured through a combination of higher borrowing and budget cuts. Let's take a look now on the business news. In the business news, reports suggest that Transnet and Eskom will be moved into respective departments. That as state enterprises is being moved to the presidency. It is understood that the presidency is mooting the idea of holding company for SOEs. Eskom is said to be unbundled into 3 separate entities: generation, transmission and distribution. Transnet is also said to open up and welcome more private sector investment. The Public Enterprises Department will cease to exist. However, several legal and administrative hurdles must be resolved before any of this can happen. Eskom is currently almost 400 billion in the red, while Transnet has 130 billion rand debt. In more business news, Canadian mining company Lucara Diamond Crop announced it had unearthed a massive 2,492 carat stone at its Karawe diamond mine northeast of Botswana, with President Mokgweetsi Masisi posing with the giant diamond on Thursday. It's most likely the second largest diamond ever found within the earth after 3,106 carat Cullinan diamond found in South Africa back in 1905. Now, a larger black diamond was also found above ground in Brazil in the late 1800s, but it is related to be part of a meteorite. Botswana President Masisi among first to hold the stone. Let's take a look.
And put your hands out.
Both.
Both. You have to have both. And
What?
so this is the 2,492 carat stone.
God is good.
He's awesome.
Yes, so Your Excellency, you can...
Yeah, I can see the look. It seems like there's some that are glued together. And Deputy P has come. You mind this resource.
Thanks.
And that's all from the business news. Up next, we get the very latest in the sports. In rugby news, the Toyota Cheetahs have made several changes to their team for Saturday's night Currie Cup clash against the Lions in Bloemfontein. Monier Hartzenberg returns from injury and will start on the right wing for the must-win match, while Dupree's Rant Dan Kasende shifts to the left. Up front, Edwin Davis moves to the 8th man and Opa Mohoje starts at flank. The explosive Giandre Rudolph has been ruled out with a quad injury. Mzwanele Zito starts at lock in place of Carl Wieger, who in turn is out with concussion. Moving on to cricket news, the Proteas are excited and ready for the first T20 international against the West Indies in Taruba, which will be played on Friday. For South Africa as well as the West Indies, it will be the first T20 international since the T20 World Cup, which was hosted in the Caribbean as well as the USA. The Proteas beat the West Indies by 3 wickets in the Super 8 to knock them out of the World Cup. The series of 3 matches is important for both teams, with each having their own objective, and for South Africa, it's the start of their process to the next T20 World Cup. The venue is the same one where the Proteas beat Afghanistan by 9 wickets in the semi-finals of the recent World Cup. Proteas captain Aiden Markram said that everything is in place.
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously got into Trinidad a couple of days ago, so this is session 2 for us. So it's a really quick turnaround, but looking forward to starting the T20 series tomorrow. Exciting bunch of players that we have here, some new faces, which is always great for us as a squad. They bring a unique energy into the camp and always very welcome. So quite keen for it. It's incredibly hot here in Trinidad, so it'll be a short and sharp session, I would assume, today, and so we can be fresh for tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be quite different here. Wicket looks a lot drier, so I would assume it would play a bit better than the Afghanistan game. So I think a bit of a sigh of relief for us batters. But yeah, we're going to have to assess it out there in the game pretty much as quick as we can and formulate plans from there. But guys have done quite a bit of homework now in meetings building up to tomorrow's game, and hopefully those plans that we've been through, we're able to execute it tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's all about the opportunities that we're trying to create, growing the player pool as best as we can, and we feel everyone here obviously deserves to be based on what they've achieved in franchise cricket. So it's going to be exciting for us to see how they go about their business. Like I've mentioned earlier, they all bring a unique sort of new energy to the camp, and the guys that are playing all formats, it's nice to bounce off their energy. So it's pretty much trusting them with what works for them. Obviously they're fantastic players and have done so many things to get selected for the Proteas team, and for us it's just about encouraging them to continue those ways, sponging as much info as they can and keep on sort of pushing for spots in the team. Yeah, so nice to see Quena and Jason here, of course. Obviously Quena has had a hell of a year for himself and done really well, and just watching him operate yesterday in training, you can see he's bringing a lot of young energy into the camp, and that's been fantastic to see. Jason on the other end, a bit of a different journey, and he's really had to hang his cap at every level to get this opportunity to be here in the squad. And each journey is so different, but really cool to hear a part of it. I think we had a nice team dinner last night where we run through the new faces, try get to know them a bit better, and certainly their two stories were very different, but nonetheless still very special. So excited to see the two of them go about their business, but not just the two of them. There's quite a few new faces that we're looking forward to see. Yeah, it sounds like it's a long time away, 18 months, but in the cricket world, for some reason, 18 months goes by really quickly. So it's nice to be able to start that journey now and not potentially 3 or 4 months out of that World Cup or out from that World Cup. And it's about really getting guys invested into really wanting to play for this T20 team. Hopefully there was a bit of inspiration from our side in the previous World Cup that got guys going that maybe thinking they really want to be a part of that team and can see the team moving forward. So it's all about creating that journey, the investment from guys from the outside, and pushing for places. I think if you have that healthy competition, it always leaves the team in a better place. It can create some interesting selection meetings, but that's ultimately what you want. You want a pool of players that you feel any of them on their day wins games of cricket for South Africa, and the journey for us now starts building up to that World Cup in 2026. I think I've got a good idea. I'm not 100% sure just yet what the 11 is, but yeah, Rob and I'll touch base soon, and we'll be able to announce it in a bit. Yeah, with a new, pretty young, inexperienced team, first and foremost I'd like to lead from the front from a performance point of view, so I'm pretty excited to try to do that. Hopefully it goes well. We're not sure how it goes in this game of cricket at times, but luckily feeling good. Most importantly, full of energy and mentally quite sharp. So the ingredients are there, I suppose, but performance is never guaranteed, but definitely really hungry to put in performances to win games.
And that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again on Monday evening. Till then, have a blessed weekend. Good night and take care.